Alright guys, now to conclude the 3-4 odd blitzing from the right concept, we are going to be calling any of these plays that we would like, whether it be cover 4, cover 2, you could run pinch Mike 0, pretty much up to you in terms of what you really want to run. So we'll go ahead, we'll come out in cover 2 first. Alright, so the setup is going to be this. You're going to baseline press, spread linebackers, blitz all linebackers, QB contain, crash the defensive line to the right, and then zone out the middle linebacker, the defensive end on the left, and then you're going to play on the outside linebacker on the left, and you're going to simply hold left trigger. Now when you do that, you're going to drop back into coverage right after it takes that first initial step, and you'll see that the linebacker on the right will come flying directly up the B gap, or in this case the A gap. Now this doesn't always come A gap. A lot of the times it will come outside by the outside linebacker on the right. However, it is very consistent even if they block a running back. Now if they block a running back on the right, it will pick this blitz up. However, a blocked running back on the left will not. So there you go. That is how it will look. I'm going to set it up again. Once you get used to it, it is actually a really quick setup. That time it came outside. Membane just beast moded Mangold, but see the middle linebacker came up the A gap again, and that is at a cover 2. Say you don't want to run cover 2, say you want to run cover 4, something you typically cannot do with the Sam Mikes. Well, you can run cover 4, you can run cover 6, you can really run whatever your heart desires. So let's see, we'll come out in a different set. Middle linebacker came up the A gap. Membane is having a field day over there. Say you want to do something like this, you're more than welcome to. That time it didn't work, probably because I manned up the middle linebacker. So now we got it set up again. This time, middle linebacker A gap comes right in. As I mentioned in I believe it was the first 3-4 odd video, you really don't want to man up the middle linebackers or the defensive ends. It just makes the blitzes less consistent. It will not always stop the blitz from coming in, but if you're rushing 4 or 5 guys, you really don't want it to be a crapshoot in terms of if it's coming in or not. So go ahead, run it again. This time, once again, came with the middle linebacker, and that was cover 4. So, as you've seen, you can really run this out of any play you want. Let's see, we'll go back to, what was it, pinch Mike 0. Now, this is not a play that I really recommend. I don't run a lot of, cover 0s, but if you are that type of player, you like that type of blitz, the pressure itself will come in. So I'm going to do it again. Just going to man up him. Now in this case, we would probably be forced to man up the running back. If you're going to man up the running back, I would suggest moving that middle linebacker back a few steps. So we're going to go ahead, hike the ball, and you see the linebacker comes flying in. It kind of gives away the tell if you're moving that middle linebacker back, but we'll go ahead, we'll try it one more time without moving it just so you can see the difference. and you see they came outside that time, but if you paid attention to the offensive line, they did shift over. Because I don't know, they don't react to that middle linebacker being in a zone, so the whole line shifts over to the right. In this case, however, there was no running back blocked, and the guy came free on the outside. So that is how to blitz from the right side of the field. It seems like a lengthy setup, however, once you get used to it, it's really not. And you can use it out of any play, which is definitely a plus. The only negative to this blitz in particular is the fact that if your opponent slides protect, it can pick it up. I believe they have to slide either left or right. I don't believe pinching down stops it, but if they do slide protect left or right, it should pick this blitz up. If they simply block a running back, it will not. So that is the second part of how to blitz from the right side of the field in 3-4 odd.